Ladies, gentlemen, pronouns, lend me your ears. Welcome to the Monday Night Live. Just got to wait on the 1 minute delay here from YouTube to make sure that everything's. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? How you doing there, Caboose? Uh, yes, it's Monday already. It's Monday, Monday, Monday. And we are live. First thing I want to take care of. Hey, how you doing, Christina? How are you today? First thing I want to take care of is I want to put out a warm welcome to all the new members of our community, and thank you very much for joining in the fun and joining in the reaction videos. Your comments are absolutely wonderful. I enjoy every answering every one of them. So keep the comments coming. I really enjoy what hearing what you guys have to say. Um, and I'm really enjoying doing the reaction videos to Fourth Impact, trying to help them get their music out there better, get their more reach. Hopefully, somebody knows somebody who is a promoter looking to do or have a show to have them come on board and do the show for them. That is what I'm really hoping for in this whole situation. Um, did you ever figure out about my watch? They reset every 24 hours because they have to take away the hours I had last year of like 366 days ago because it rolls on a 365-day period. So they subtract those hours and then add in the hours that we just got. So yeah, we're really climbing the ladder. Just to give you guys an update. I think you mentioned you get more views on those. Yes, I get a lot more. We get a lot more views on those. Um, uh, we're about halfway to YouTube Lite, the 3,000 watch hour mark, which is just phenomenal, phenomenal. And I thank each and every one of you for watching the videos that I've been creating. It really warms my heart to see that you guys are really appreciating the work that I put into this. Um, and I really want to help promote the Fourth Impact to, like I said, to get their music out there, to get their talent out there into the hands of promoters and record labels that will actually help these ladies get to the success that they desire. And that would mean the world to me if somebody was to say, hey, I found out about Fourth Impact through the Crazy Kid 949 show. And that would mean the world to me if somebody in our community was able to help them get to that next step. Oh, thank you, Christina. Hey, Kiki and Jasmine, how you doing? I gotta try and keep up with the chat here. Asking somebody who reads slow to keep up with a chat that rolls like this. But yeah, I've been just blown away by the love and support that this community has given my channel. Um, you know, because of the rise and fall of subscribers, some people losing their channels or losing their or deleting their channels and stuff like that, or even people that are being terminated due to violations of YouTube's guidelines, or even just deleting their accounts. You get that rise and fall of subscribers, And I'm happy to say that we're sitting around 1,100 subscribers right now. We have 1,100 friends in this community, which is absolutely fantastic. Which is like 120 more than we were 2 weeks ago. So that is just fantastic. Hello, Arby. How you doing? Um, there's a yes and no there. Whether or not I get monetized or not is totally up to YouTube's end. Um, most of the video react like most of your video reactions when you do video reactions, they're going to get copyright claimed, which means the person who owns the original content can claim the monetary value of that video because you use their content. And I'm not upset about that. I say go for it. Just don't strike my channel. So because a strike is worse than a claim. I'd rather have them just take the money and be happy that you're getting extra than to strike my channel and you neither one of us get anything. So, if they want to claim the content, go for it. Knock yourself out. It's not that I can't use the money or don't want the money. If it means that much to them, take it. Yeah, I'm not going to stand in the way. It's their content. So, but yeah, if I do get like once we do get up to the 3,000 watch hours and I get accepted into YouTube Lite, yeah, there'll be a couple extra buttons on the channel to play with if you think that you're getting enough value for the content that I'm creating, and you want to help the channel get bigger and help the channel, financially, then that's totally up to you. Hey, Mitsuko Marco. Hey, how you doing? We met in Yadz's channel this morning. Paul from Canada. How you doing, brother? Yeah. Oh, hey, Paul. Would you like to come up on the panel? We can talk about our experiences, how we found Fourth Impact, and how we, what Fourth Impact's music means to us. And all right, let me slip this in the chat for you. Once Paul comes up, then I'm gonna take that pin down or take that link down because I don't want to have like 300 people up here and everybody's talking over everybody. Just click that link for the StreamYard, and you'll get brought right in. Yes, Michko Marco. Yeah, I was on Yadz's channel this morning. We were talking about my books and whatnot. Here comes Paul. How you doing, my friend?
Not too bad yourself.
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Oh, I gotta take that pin or take that comment down because I don't want 300 people up on the panel at once. So, how did you find Fourth Impact's music?
Uh, they're a group that we're getting a double echo here.
You have to mute the YouTube video and then just listen to it through the StreamYard. You got it?
Uh, yes and no. Here, hang on a sec. YouTube mute. Where? Okay, hang on a sec. Oh, there you go. You're muted.
There,
Okay,
got it now. Is everything
we got
okay?
her. Yep.
Okay, cool. How did you find originally? How did you find Fourth Impact's music?
Well, I first discovered Fourth Impact whenever they were at the UK X Factor UK, and of course, me being in my mid 60s, they were looked like four young kids just going up on that stage, and I never ever expected to come out of them what came out of them.
Yeah,
Okay, um, the Almira and her voice really knocked me for a loop because one thing you got to remember too is these young ladies they're not 5'6".
no,
As my recollection is Almira is 4'8",
yeah,
and that's why she wears those great big clogs on the bottom of her feet.
yeah,
And if you looked at the one they did the first time they went to L.A., okay, Irene, whenever she started the song about the roses there, the flowers, whenever she started that, she was she had big clogs on about that way. You
hmm,
see, so that's how we did. That's how we found them out that way.
nice, nice. I just want to give a quick shout out to Roger Myrtle in the house. How you doing there, buddy? Yeah, yeah. When they started out on that X Factor journey, like I literally just found them while I was taking a break doing house cleaning.
Oh, we all get to do that. Um,
Yeah,
but but the one thing that really upset me was when Simon Cowell, like Selena, has a big how do you put it? She thinks it's her idol is Simon Cowell,
yeah,
right? Because every time he said something nice, you saw her eyes,
yeah,
and her reaction to it. But whenever Simon Cowell wasn't allowed to direct them and see where they were going, okay, to me that's what put a hurt on him. All right. Because he kept saying, how would you ladies like to come into the 45 over 45 category or over 25 category or whatever it was? And to me, there was no one in that whole show that was any better than them.
no
Like no one came as prepared as they are. No one came with as much enthusiasm and
desire.
uh, yes, I agree. So that's what got me interested in them, and I've been following them ever since.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I just bumped into their video like literally just a couple years ago,
Yeah,
and after watching a bunch of their videos and finding and doing some research on the Philippines because their story kind of made me interested in finding out information about the Philippines. After doing all kinds of research on the Philippines and finding different Filipino vloggers and expat vloggers to follow, finding out what it's like there, I was like, man, you know, that's that's a story. That's
yeah,
a story to be told.
yeah, and to see how they started out,
Yeah,
by singing at a
at cockfights.
yeah, well, I wasn't going to use that word, but anyway, yeah, but there, yeah, singing there for pennies, or
Yeah,
pesos in their case, but sitting there singing there for pesos, whatever they were throwing at them, to see where they've come today.
yeah,
Now, you can't ask for a better example of hard work and determination than that.
exactly. And I like Roger's comment right here. In my opinion, the contest wasn't exactly fair by comparing solo performances to that of a group.
That's right. But you see, any one of the four of them could have won that competition just on their own merit,
Yeah, it
right?
would have been the four of them all at all in the last
Yeah, one, two,
in
three, and
in the
four.
in the finals.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that, like I say, to me, I just finished doing a reaction to your reaction, okay, to Selena's. And I said on there, I said, ever since they were taken off of that show, ever since they were voted off, okay, um, I haven't watched a single show since then because to me it's rigged.
Yeah.
It's rigged. So
Oh, definitely.
because well, it's not that. Yeah. Well, Simon Cowell, Sunflowers there. Simon Cowell, he's big in the record industry, and that's why everybody tries to get his approval.
Yeah.
Okay, and but on the same token, there, I remember a few years back, uh, there was another. Uh, there was another two guys that were in the finals, and the guy who came in second, everybody, I mean everybody, thought he was going to win, and he didn't. And then they were saying there that 20 million votes were discredited by the producers of X Factor. 20 million votes were discredited. Otherwise, he would have won.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, that's not here nor there, but it just proves that the girls um, really work hard and really
Yes.
deserve everything that they do get. That's why I'd like to see them come to Canada someday.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. If they come to Toronto, oh, I'll be taking the train there.
Fourth Impact made it to the fifth, were fifth in the competition
Yeah.
for that year. So personally, I thought they should have gone because I looked at all the other people that beat them. Now that singer that beat them in the fifth, to go into fourth place, that singer, she
Yeah.
she she was good, but she wasn't fourth Impact good.
Yeah. She
You
wasn't
know,
anywhere close.
no,
Like she messed up. I watched the uh I watched uh the the song that she sang that week. Actually, I watched all the entire series. I watched the song that she sang that week. She messed up the words. The elimination song, she messed up the words, and she still, somehow,
yeah,
came into um came in ahead of the girls. And it's like that's when I was like, this it's rigged.
hmm
It's definitely
yeah.
rigged.
But the girls making it to fifth, okay, really excelled just to get that far.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
thing I did,
definitely.
one thing I didn't like was it Cheryl that was teaching them
Yeah.
or mentoring them?
Yep.
Was whenever they went and they were singing for Cheryl and that other lady that was there. Okay. And she said, I had goosebumps from the time they started. But,
Yep.
but she said, how are they going to do in the fourth and the fifth week? Like everybody will get over. It's just like Marcelino Pomoy. Okay. Everybody was stunned that he could do a male and female voice at the same time.
Yeah.
But and everybody said that his last song, okay, was perfect for what he wanted, except Simon Cowell. He said, you could have done a little bit better. And then next thing you know, he's gone from the show.
Yeah.
So
It only takes one or two snide remarks about something in the performance
yeah,
for the crowd to just not vote.
yeah, that's right. Now
Like
the
Roger
thing
Myrtle
is,
says, I do applaud the girls for their courage to take the chance. And one thing you can say, they gave it their all. Yes, they
oh
did.
yeah, they always do, and their humbleness
Oh,
is really,
like like I said in my reactions, and I still laugh about this to this day. The entire time that they were there, they were told on week one, you got to stop thanking us. That's like
that's
trying
right,
to ask a fish not to swim.
that's right, and that's like trying to ask people not to breathe. You know,
Yeah,
their humbleness, like it's just like they were at church on Sunday because
yeah,
I saw their podcast because I talked to you on the podcast, remember?
yeah,
And they had just come from church that day,
yeah,
and they're very humble. They're very humble,
yeah,
and hopefully, and just don't let the Americans take me wrong, okay? But hopefully, I hope that they don't lose their innocence because of the way things are in the Americans,
yeah,
okay? because you see it all too often. Look at the woke Snow White. Of course, that's getting on the thing, but the thing is that they had their first song in New York actually when they were in New York 10 years ago. It
Yeah.
was they were just doing another cover, but it was super. Like they just blew it out of the water again. And even at that time, Irene wasn't even with them. Irene was in uh, South Korea.
Yeah. She
So
was
yeah,
with her significant other.
that's right. And the thing is that the three girls were in New York, and the fourth one, and yet they still blew that song away. You know,
Yeah.
so I have to give them kudos. Every one of the members of that group has a specific genre, and I agree with you 100%. I was a disliker of great passion for rap. Okay, and Selena has changed me all over. And you
Yeah.
dreamers there, keep it up. You dreamers are
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, Crazy and I are dreamers from Canada,
Yeah.
and you dreamers from around the world, man, especially in the states, give it to them. Give them everything they need.
Yep. Exactly. Like, that's why I said, like at the beginning of my live stream here, the main motivation for me doing these reactions is to help get their music spread out a little further. And hopefully that will get into somebody's hands who's either a producer or a relative of a producer or a friend of a producer saying, "Hey, you better check this out. This is going to be your next, you know, your next shining star."
Sunflowers. If I could answer your question for you, I don't think they're becoming too commercialized. I think they're trying to um, appease and play to their American viewers. Okay, because don't think they're in America. Whenever they were in South Korea, because I watched some of their episodes in South Korea. When they were in South Korea, um, they were singing in South Korean.
Hmm.
These girls have so many different languages they can do. Okay,
Yeah.
so
And me, I'm still struggling with English.
well, I can speak English. I can speak Newfoundlandese. I can speak Nova Scotian. So there's three that right there that I'm pretty good at.
Yeah.
But yeah, these girls there, they're amazing, especially for their young age.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. Roger Myrtle says, "Don't be surprised if they go back to the Philippines close to Christmas. They're really fighting homesickness."
they're fighting homesickness because of their dad and their brother.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, with
if
Papa
they
Tom being ill,
yeah, yeah, and he can't fly, I don't think.
yeah, he
So
can't travel.
no,
And
yeah,
one thing, like I said it a long time ago when I first started watching them, and I'll have this. This is my own personal belief. I personally believe if I was promoting them, I would not promote them as P-pop. I would promote them as international pop stars from the Philippines.
mm. Well,
Because
they like. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
when you promote somebody as P-pop, it's announcing immediately before you announce the name that they play to the Filipino people.
Mm,
But when you actually look at it, you look at their live streams. There's Sab, she's from Germany. Roger Myrtle, he's from the United States. There's you and I, we're from Canada. There's people from England. There's people from China. There's people from the Philippines. There's people from literally all over the planet watching their live streams all at the same time. And yet the promoters still classify them as only being able to play to the Filipino people. I
yeah.
personally would tell them, listen, drop the P-pop thing, like promote P-pop to help those P-pop artists rise.
Hmm.
But since you appeal to the entire population of the planet, you would be more construed or more considered international artists than just Filipino artists.
I couldn't agree with you more, crazy, because they're. It's the same thing if they said they were country. Well, everyone would expect them to sing only country songs, and then they come out with a rock or an R&B or whatever.
Yeah,
But you see, they're not. You're right. They're international stars, and that's how they should promote themselves.
yeah. And their genre is all music.
Yeah.
Like I am like I'll admit it. I am not exactly what you would call a stout religious person. I believe in, being a good person, being, you know, trying to make your time on this world worthy of going to the good place.
Mhm.
But I don't go to church every week. Okay, my church is the NASCAR track on TV. And
Yeah, I
then when
hear what you're
NASCAR
saying.
is over, then all of a sudden it's just like watching TV with my parents. So I'm really not a heavily religious person, but I do believe in a higher power. Okay.
Yeah.
When I first heard Selena sing At the Cross, I was actually on my way out the door to have a cigarette. I turned back, I sat back in my chair and I cried.
Yeah. They've made me tear up a few times, those girls, you know, and they really need our help and support and love.
Yeah. And like, hey, if the reactions that I'm doing helps bring their music into the hands of somebody who can give them another concert to play, or help write them a song, or help compose a song for them, or help them get a whole album done,
Mm.
hey, I would be more than happy just with that.
Well, if ever anyone was listening to their live stream, there was a gentleman there from Florida. He says, "Are you guys going to come to Florida?" And they said, "I don't know if they caught it or not, but they said if you um, if you can help us arrange a place to play, a place to sing, and stuff like that."
Yeah,
Okay,
that was RJ
because
Sandifer that said that.
yeah, because they're independents, they don't have these people that make all the arrangements for them.
Yeah,
Okay, but that's why they got away from the managers they had in the Philippines because it was like I think it was Elmira or it was Selena or not Selena but Mylene that said we were told what to do, where to go. They didn't treat us right. They treated us like lower class and stuff like
yeah,
this. And they said that's not us. That's not who we are.
no.
So
And another thing is they weren't getting hardly any money for the shows that they were doing. It was all going to the promoter.
yeah, well that's the way
And
it
it was
normally
because the
is.
promoter wouldn't promote their concert. They wanted Fourth Impact to promote their own concerts. And the
Yeah.
people showed up because Fourth Impact did the promotions to get them people in those seats.
Well, like I said, if they ever come to Toronto and they're crazy, you and I'll meet up
Oh,
that afternoon and we'll go up there and see them.
oh yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll go out for dinner or something like that and have ourselves a time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
So
do the lunch thing and tell the girls, hey, you want to have some fun? Come on, we're having dinner.
exactly, exactly,
We're gonna have a few laughs.
absolutely, absolutely. So
Yeah, like freaking like I'm in my I'm 52,
a young
and
kid.
when I saw those four girls on the stage, and even just Mylene, when Mylene belted out those first couple lines, I fell out of my chair. I was like, where the hell did that come from? And then it just got better and better and better and better, and I was like, I got to watch that again.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Mitch can come too if she's in the area.
Oh yeah. Well, Mrs. Mitch is in BC.
I is she BC or Alberta?
Yep, she's in BC.
Okay.
Um,
So, so
Sunflower says, is Selena the one that sang the Carpenter song? No, Selena is the one that sang "Say So." It
I
was
think she,
Irene that sang the Carpenter song,
yeah.
and I've heard many, many versions of "Close to You" by the Carpenters. I've
Hmm.
heard many different covers by it. I, in my own personal believe that Irene's version is the version that I'm going to listen to all the time when it
I
comes to that
also
particular song.
Yeah, I also left a comment for Irene's version of that song, and I asked her, says, maybe you can sing "Wait a Minute, Mr. Postman."
Oh,
See, because Karen Carpenter sang that, eh, with her
yeah.
brother when they were in what is it, Wonderland down in Florida?
Wonderland or
Yeah,
Disneyland or
yeah, something like that. But her and her brother were there um, singing that song, and I believe that Irene could knock that out of the park too.
oh yeah.
So,
But one song that I really love to hear, Irene and Selena do as a duet, and I think it would be a killer performance. Like it'd be one of those performances where you just roll over on the ground, just like, oh, this is, take me now, I'm in heaven. Is if the two of them got together on "Careless Whisper" by Wham.
which one was it?
"Careless Whisper"
Oh yeah,
by Wham by George Michael.
okay,
If Selena and Irene got into that, Selena just doing the chorus,
yeah.
Irene's natural emotional voice when she's singing, she would knock that out of the park.
If I could
They'd be
interject,
playing baseball on the moon.
if I could interject a second, Roger Myrtle. Uh, I don't remember Irene singing Unchained Melody.
Yeah, I've
So,
never heard that either.
so the girls have put me into tears a couple of times. So,
Oh, big time, big time.
but they're
Um,
the uncanny
Christina, if you
ability.
take a look at my videos, tomorrow is going to be the one with Almira. Just a spoiler alert.
Go for it.
But anybody with intelligence over zero would know that. Um, there's the name on the thumbnail and a picture of who it is.
Do you know one of the best songs I heard them sing was um, where they were all in the wedding dresses,
What's that?
where they were in their wedding dresses and they were singing for all the frontline workers.
Oh, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Bridge over troubled water. I tell you, whenever they
I
all
can't
went
watch
in,
that. I can't watch that video.
ah, well, if you ever wonder what any of the four ladies would look like in a wedding dress, there's your song for you to see it. Let me tell you.
Well, the reason why I can't watch it is because my eyes tear up so much, and it's just like trying to like watch it through a glass of water. But
uh,
yes, it is an incredible, incredible version. Like the
yeah,
way that they've matched their voices, and you know they've given each the part that they really really needed.
yeah,
Just phenomenal, just phenomenal.
it was. And I have to give so many kudos, or props to Mylene because she's the one who picks out which singer sings what.
Yeah,
And if and she has no formal training at any of it. Eh? She can't even read music, and yet she does such a super job at that. Like
yeah,
I said, every one of the women they have something special they bring to the club, and
yeah,
all four of them together make magic.
yeah. Ken Novo in the last video in the last comment section
Mm.
put a link for Elmira and Ivy doing a version of "Tell Him."
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
Well, it's like I wrote there on your last reaction. Okay, I told you I says that Ivy decided to carry on with her schooling
yeah,
so that because she wanted to finish her schooling. That's why she wasn't part of Fourth Impact.
yeah,
And now Ivy is her manager, and I've talked
yeah,
to her a couple of times. So now she's the manager for them. So
yeah. Hey RHH, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, but like I'll be doing on my channel. I'll be doing Fourth Impact reactions right up until November 30th, and then I'm gonna switch over to doing Christmas stuff to kind of
yeah,
get ready for the Christmas. But I'm gonna be doing funny songs, like Ray Stevens, Jorgen Jorgensen, and stuff like that. Just have a little bit of fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, trivia for trivia for you with Mylene arrangement. She did one for X Factor that didn't get performed. Wow.
Yeah, there was a couple of songs there that they asked Fourth Impact to do, and it showed that um, they went all the way to day 5 trying to do that song, and it just wouldn't come to them. So they were told, "Well, pick a song that you want to sing,"
Yeah.
and that's when they picked their songs, and
Yeah.
they did great. Even
Oh yeah.
Simon gave them a standing ovation for a song that they picked themselves.
Yeah.
So
Oh, big time. But here's like I figured out a long time ago why Mylene is so good at arranging the music. That's because of her comical sense of humor. Her mind moves a million miles a minute.
she is
Her-
definitely the joker of the group.
oh yeah, but her mind is moving a million miles a minute. Okay, so she's thinking and processing all the different notes and all the different pitch variations and where each one is going to be
Hmm.
best suited. And she just, here's your part, here's your part, here's your part, here's my part, and let's go.
Yeah,
And
I'm sorry.
oh, go ahead.
Irene commented one time. She said they were going to do a song. I can't remember which one it was, but Irene had commented that uh, I have to do this right, otherwise Mylene won't let me sing.
Oh,
you
that
know,
was in uh, part of your
Frozen.
world.
Oh, part of your world. Okay.
It was in the behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
it was a
part of
part
your
of your
world
world.
there to me, Selena, she made that whole song like, especially whenever Almira was singing the higher notes and she gave like a siren song in the background.
Yeah,
Oh, that just teared me right up there. That did.
yeah.
So
Uh, a fat as fast as her mind moves, it freezes during interview. Yeah, because and here's the situation with Mylene is I saw an interview one time where they were talking, or it wasn't an interview, it was her own vlog. She was like, she's used to the Tagalog language, which is an incredibly gorgeous language.
mhm.
I think the Tagalog language is very beautiful, but she's so used to her original language, and when she went, when they were going to school and stuff like that, she didn't want to take the tests for English because, and this is one of the things I found out about the Filipino culture is they they don't think they're as good at something as they actually are.
Yeah. You know
So
what? No.
that's why Mylene shies away from the English stuff. So
Well, because of like what you said about them not being not thinking they're that good in English. That's one reason why they're so good. Like whenever she does her rap, she pronounces every single word. There's no slurring, there's no fluttering or no nothing like that. You can understand every single word.
yep,
Okay. And the same thing whenever she did Ariel. Okay. She concentrates on her English so hard that I've had other people comment about how she can just say the words so crystal clear. Okay. Because I didn't know the song until she sang it, and then I could hear every single word and what everything was doing.
yep,
So,
yeah. And Roger Myrtle says in all the X Factor footage, I challenge you to find one instance where they spoke Tagalog. And he searched. Now that shows the level of respect that Fourth Impact has for the people that are around them.
yeah, well,
Is
actually,
they'll speak the language of the people that are around them. So
actually,
everybody will be
Roger,
involved.
yeah, Roger, if you look at their very first one, Bang Bang, before they sing that song, it shows them at the airport in um, in Manila. Okay, and they had to use English subtitles because they were talking to their parents and that in Tagalog. Same thing whenever they uh, talked about leaving the airport and on their way to uh, England, okay, to London. They do say it, but you just because they put the subtitles underneath there, some people didn't notice because they were reading the subtitles at the same time.
Yeah, but that's why Mylene, you don't hear a whole lot of Mylene talking in any of the X Factor videos because she doesn't feel. It's like she doesn't feel like she knows enough or can speak English well enough to have a conversation with somebody who's been speaking English all their life.
Mm.
It's one of those things that's part of the Filipino culture. They don't
Yeah.
think they're as good as they are at something.
Well, I've been studying the Filipino culture now for 2 years. Okay. I've been listening to vloggers. I've been listening to the P. I've been listening to Red Beauty and all these other people. And it's not that can't speak the English. It's that they don't understand the concept of what you're trying to say to sometimes. Okay. Like we have dry humor. That's us.
Yeah,
We have dry humor. Well, they take it as an affront because they have slapstick humor.
yeah,
Okay. So, because I hear some of the jokes that Mylene says, and I say, okay, let me just think about that for a second. But if, like, I'm joking with you and I give you an off the cuff thing, they'll think we're serious, and we're not. That's just the way we are.
yeah. Um, I
They're
don't know
jealous, yeah.
which one you're talking about, Christina. You say which lady is that? If you're asking about which one didn't speak a whole lot during the X Factor journey, that'd be Mylene. Remember when they made that? I remember that, and maybe when they did Skype with their dad and brother. Yeah, when they
Brother
when they
and
Skyped
Ivy,
with their
yeah.
dad and their brother,
Yeah.
and when they did the interview with the Filipino news.
Yeah.
But other than that, you don't hear a whole lot of speaking from her. And the main reason why it sounds like her English is awesome when she's singing is because she has the words written right there.
Oh, yeah. They got their phones there with all the words and everything else
Yeah,
there, too.
they got the words right there, and they're already chosen for them. So all they have to do is just practice those words in the song as the song is going on, and you know just pronounce them properly.
Well,
But
it's just, oh, go ahead.
when it comes to uh, the interviews and stuff like that, yeah, you're not going to hear a whole lot from Mylene because her mind is always going to revert back to her original language.
I've never heard P sing, RJ. What I was going to say is a lot of people should remember too. Okay, like for instance, in Tapal Sayo. Okay, and that one there in that song, it's all in Tagalog, mostly in Tagalog. But if you hit closed caption, okay, if you hit the closed caption button, it has the English words underneath it.
Yeah,
So that's true for a few of their songs, quite a few of their songs. Even the one that um, they did, one of their first songs that they wrote themselves. Okay, but if you hit
here we
closed
go.
caption each time, then uh, will you'll get all the words, and I find that really, really uh, helpful.
Yeah.
I'm starting
Oh,
to
when
learn
it comes
Tagalog because of it.
to Patseo, yeah, I got the
Oh,
English subtitles going on. And Internet Waffles, how you doing? I got the subtitles going on, but I still listen to and actually lip sync the Tagalog words.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Same here. You see, you can learn Tagalog by doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
But the most
and
shocking
I
thing
think
about
I think Tabatseo is just it's nothing short of a masterpiece.
well, the one biggest startling factor in that was that Elmira had a drink in her hand. I've
You know
got
what it
so
was?
many. Yeah, it was probably
Gatorade.
was it?
Yep.
Yeah, but it just goes to show because it was a breakup song. Okay, so it just goes to show that this is how she was trying to cope with being broken up.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah, when I found out it was just Gatorade in there, I was like, that makes sense. It was either Gatorade or mango juice.
That's right. Yeah. So,
But that was, you know, but the
but
thing
that's the
about it
first
is,
time.
it's not what's in the glass,
No,
it's what's in the song.
that's right. And it made you think that there
Yep.
was alcohol in the glass because none of the
Yep.
four girls drink because their
Nope.
mom won't let them.
Yep.
Okay. Mama E, right on. Keep it up. And she can sing.
Oh yeah. The
Whenever
whole
they
family.
sang, oh,
Like
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about
I don't know about the guys.
Bunchong.
No,
Like
no,
those
I
would
don't
be
think
some
so.
pretty freaking long notes, being 6'4". You know.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so that's how I got involved with them. And each one of their songs, okay, when they first got to LA. Now they're not they're not staying forever in the
No.
states. They're just probably I figure maybe a year, depending on how many concerts they get throughout the states and that,
Yeah.
right? So
Well, they're normally, I think, uh, performing visas last for 10 years,
I'm not sure.
and visitation visas only give you 12 months.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So
Unoverlooked with many of their music videos is the connection they make with
oh
the camera,
yeah.
especially Selena.
Yeah, Roger, I'll tell you right now, the biggest one for me was Irene in Where Are We Now? Okay. If you look at that one, Where Are We Now? And it has English subtitles, just hit the CC. When Irene looks at you, and I mean she looks, you can feel the depth of that going right down into you.
Yep.
Okay. Um, they wanted her to do that little rap part of it because of the fact is she can speak South Korean. Okay, it's a South Korean song. So by Mamamoo, I believe. Anyway, whenever she just looks, you can see the intensity in her eyes. So Roger, I agree with you a whole lot. Okay, I agree with you 100% there. And even Selena, when Selena looks right at you, okay, whenever it's her time to focus and she looks right at you, you see the beauty and the innocence in those eyes.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
Well, take a look at their elimination song when Selena was looking at the camera this way, and all of a sudden she noticed that the camera on her left turned on. She just immediately, kind of looked over and she was singing,
mm-hmm, yeah.
and it was like, like you can do what you want. I'm gonna catch you.
uh,
But yeah,
yeah,
anytime any one of them stares into the camera and while they're singing, it just grabs you right by the heart.
yeah, it does. It does. They're good at it. No events or buts.
And some of that glitter and you know dots and gems on their faces, and I could do without that stuff there. That's just hiding natural beauty.
Yeah, they definitely don't need much makeup. I'll tell you right now.
Nope.
In fact, there is a video out there of Selena and Mylene doing doing their makeup and showing you how they do their makeup
Yeah,
and stuff like. And from the time they start to the ending transition, what a difference! What a
yeah,
difference! But they know how. They
yeah,
know how to put makeup on.
yeah. Yeah, and during that, Selena as Ariel talking to a seagull. Yeah, during that part of your world video, the first time I watched that, I was like, she's, like you get the feeling that that they're mermaids, and they look like mermaids,
Mm,
but
yeah,
you get the feeling that Selena actually is
Ariel.
Ariel.
Yep, no doubt
Like
about it. She
she
has the
didn't
red
just
hair.
sing the song as Ariel; she became Ariel.
Yeah, really. And at the very end, where she was doing her last bit, okay, it was so believable
Yeah.
and so breathtaking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And then I don't, I really would like to know whose Lamborghini that was in Flowers.
that was one of the guys that was helping them. He had a Lamborghini, so he just drove it over there. I think.
Like, as much as it would be cool for Mylene to have a Lamborghini, I don't think she'd be able to drive it because she can't see over the steering wheel.
She'd need a big cushion,
Yeah.
and then she'd have to have one of the other ones down at the pedals.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Well, when I was 17 years old, I was working at this restaurant and this guy pulled up and he had this car on a trailer underneath a tarp. And I was looking at it and I was like, now this is back in 1988. Okay. And my jaw was just like on the floor. And this guy come in and he goes, what are you looking at? And I says, that car underneath that tarp. And he goes, if you can guess what kind of car it is, I'll let you sit in it. I just looked at him and I was like, you want the color too? I said, that, my friend, is a brand new 1998 or 1988 Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary, and the color is black. And he goes, come with me. It is hard as hell for a 6'1" person to get in and out of them things.
Yeah,
But he started it up, and wow, oh.
yeah, boys and their toys. Yep.
Oh yeah. He goes, what would you do if you ripped this up and down the highway? I said, get a fistful of speeding tickets.
Oh yeah, I'd get caught.
Yeah. Unfortunately, eventually I would get caught
Yeah,
at the gas station trying to fill this thing up.
yeah.
But yeah, that was a nice, and you know, I'll bet she was like, okay, I got to make sure I don't scratch this thing. This thing's worth like 300K.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is too is in Flowers. Okay, Almira was actually walking on this in the center of the street. It
Yeah.
showed her walking in the center of the street with cars going by her.
Yep.
Now that takes guts.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Not just for Elmira. Like
Yeah.
there was a person way back, basically, directing traffic, saying, hey, give him some room. But the dude that was doing the camera work, because he was walking backwards.
Yeah, he was walking backwards on the center line. Yep. And then at
But
the
yeah,
very end, they took up the whole lane.
yep.
Yeah.
But like that just shows, the quality of people down there in that area. They're like, oh, okay, like we're just gonna, help these people out, do this, you know, we're not gonna get too close if they're filming a video. But that kind of stuff happens all the time down in California.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
So,
yeah,
they'd,
for
they'd
sure.
be used to it.
Mm. Try
Here in
doing that.
Canada, it'd be like, car.
In the Philippines in Manila, it would be motorcycles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dipney.
Yeah. Philip Garcia was a big help on that. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
whenever
and
the girls were
I
doing
I
their
watched a couple of I watched the behind the scenes
mm,
um, video that Philip Garcia made
yeah.
of them doing Part of Your World.
Yeah, but you see, they
Wow,
didn't eat all day. And it
and
was
it was
cold
freezing
out
cold
there.
there. It
Hey?
was cold there. I
Yeah.
was like,
There was no sun.
yeah, and I was like, you guys are in California. You guys are down in California, down in the bottom end of California, is it?
Yeah.
It's not like you guys are up here where we're at.
No.
You know, hanging out on the beach of Lake Erie.
You'd have your mucklucks on.
Yeah, like and that'd be in July.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna go all the way up to 3 there next. What is it today? Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday? Wednesday. It's gonna go up to 3. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's gonna go up to 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, RR, how you doing? Have you seen the one from New York? The girls did production themselves, including yeah,
Yep. Yeah. We saw that.
Never
Never
Love
again.
Again. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh yeah.
oh
Yeah.
the way Selena and I'll be doing a reaction on that, but the way Selena does that little interlude part standing in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if you look, whenever she starts singing, and as she's turning around and they're panning around, you'll see a guy and his daughter, and she's pointing to Selena, and
yep,
she's whispering to her father. She knew who Selena was.
yep.
You know. Oh
Oh
yeah, we
yeah,
saw
and
that
then
one, Roger.
Irene in the flower field there.
Yeah. Yep.
That was incredible. That was
That was in South Korea. Yeah.
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 And when it come to that part there, I was like, you know, she really has a knack for throwing the emotion into a
Mm.
song, both in her voice and in her surroundings.
Yeah. Well, look at Mylene in Grand Central Station at the very
Yeah,
end. Whenever she looked down and she was teary eyed. You know.
yeah,
And like one person that did a reaction, and they said that it was good that all four of them weren't together, that they were all in four different parts.
yeah,
But she thought Irene was in New York too, but she wasn't because you could see the mountains in the background.
yep,
You see, so yeah,
yeah. That was a really powerful video. I'm definitely going to wind up doing a reaction to that sometime.
yeah.
I've
But the
got
thing,
a couple in the pipeline that I want to get done
mm,
before I get too far into because like I want to get into their originals. I want to do their powder challenge. There was some funny things in there that I
oh yeah,
missed.
that was very funny. I saw that one. Yeah,
That's one of the number one videos that I watch when I'm feeling down.
yeah,
I'll throw that on and just start laughing my butt off, and it
yeah.
still makes me laugh to this day.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's no
They
doubt
go
about
from
it.
fourth power to fourth impact, and their faces are all full of powder. And I was like, oh, it's fourth powder.
Yeah, four little ghouls, ghosts. Hey,
And
so
Selena looked like a mime at the end of it.
yeah, but but Mylene there, she was just pushing people's heads in for no reason whatsoever after a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, Mylene, her face was going into that powder a whole lot more than anybody
Oh
else's.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
almost like they were like, "All right, ask Mylene a question."
But you see, the one thing another thing I like about this group is that they give their all. Like whenever they did um, um, Peck's "Leave the Door Open,"
Yep.
okay, they had a disco ball there. They had everything in pink. Their dresses and everything were stunning. And like a lot of people said, they it almost looked like they were the Supremes.
Yeah.
That's what they might reminded them of. But there was
Yep.
another group too that reminded them of more. But you know, that's what they were saying, and they went in there and they just went and did the extra mile for a
Yep.
cover story, for a cover song.
Yep. Their
Okay.
body of work is incredibly impressive and outstand astounds me. They lack the proper management that doesn't utilize and maximize those skills. Exactly. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing reactions to their videos. Is even if my small channel can have the kind of reach to find that one person who will let these women be who they are and promote the shit out of them so that they can get the success that they really desire. If they can find those right people that are going to be good wholesome promoters, good wholesome um, production crew, you know that will go with the drive and the direction that Fourth Impact wants to go. Let them off the chain, let their creativity off the chain, and watch what happens. It'll be a fireworks show that will never end.
Yeah. The other thing too is that I have to agree with Mylene because with the group that had them in the Philippines,
Shogi.
that yeah, that said that they weren't allowed to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
And Mylene says, I've been arranging everything for 10, 15, 20 years here,
yeah,
10, 15 years, And Mylene says, if we get somebody, I have to be able to have some input. It's just like when they do their first album.
yeah.
Mylene's going to have input. They're all going to have input on what songs go on the album. But you better believe a lot of them are going to be cover songs. Okay. But they've become color magicians, cover
Yeah.
magicians. Eh?
Well,
So,
even their originals, like if they could get the rights to, you know, not the same anymore. Take my breath away. Dance
mm,
with me. Times two. No more. Here we go. Tapateo. All their cover songs. Unleash the Diva. If they could get the rights
mm.
to those songs, so they could print them on their own album, they got enough for an entire album,
Oh, easily,
just in
easily. Yep.
just in originals.
Yeah.
And then
So,
throw one or maybe two covers in there just to fill just for album filler.
well,
But
even if they did their Christmas ones,
oh, if
man,
they
I
did a
tell you,
Christmas album, I bet that's a
oh,
$1 million seller right there.
whenever they sang and they were all in those red dresses, okay, and I just jaw dropping. That's all I can say. Jaw dropping.
Yeah,
Okay, I had to pick my jaw up off the floor. They were that beautiful.
yeah.
Okay.
Like the first time I heard them sing "Santa Claus is Coming to Town," I started believing in Santa Claus again. Like I was like, I gotta write my letter to Santa Claus.
Yeah. Well, no, you
Like,
email
yeah, yeah. Ho 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 at gmail.com.
them. Oh, wait a minute. You might get through on that one.
Probably.
So, but yeah,
Who knows where it'll go?
I hear you.
Whether it'll actually go to the North Pole or whether it'll go to
South
somebody
Pole.
who is a ho ho ho.
That's yeah, there is that. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Roger Myrtle says they are no stranger to the work involved to make something just right, and and they all for commit. Yeah.
yep. Yeah, GPS.
GPS
Yeah.
has replaced NORAD tracking.
Don't say that. I know a few people up in NORAD.
Yep.
It's the highlight of their day. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
So,
But yeah, like when I started listening to Fourth Impact, I was like not in a good place. And ever since I've been listening to Fourth Impact, I've had a much brighter, much happier outlook on what the future can hold.
yeah,
And that's just
that's true.
my own personal experience.
The girls have given me a better outlook, even though I'm in my mid 60s. They still have given me like I've lived my life, okay, um, and they've given me something to look forward to.
Yeah,
They've given me. Um, I used to love ABBA. ABBA was my group, okay. Now it's Fourth Impact,
yeah.
all right, but they just remind me so much of people trying so hard and being such a spontaneous group, but their humbleness is what makes them so superior,
Oh yeah.
right?
And their appreciative nature. When they get something, it's like, they give all the thanks to, the people that are giving them an opportunity, giving them praise. It's just, their whole nature, their wholesome nature that just draws you in and keeps you in there.
Just
And it
just
feels
to
like a great big old hug from grandma.
yeah, just to give somebody out there who doesn't know some Tagalog, you always hear them say "po."
Yep.
Thank you, po. Well, "pa" in um, Tagalog is a sign of respect.
Yep.
Okay, so if they say "crazy kid po," then they're showing crazy kid respect. Okay. And you'll even notice that Selena and Mylene say Ate Almira, Ate Irene, okay, and Ate Ivy. Well, that's because Ate means shows a sign of respect
Yeah.
because they're older than the other two. So just to let you guys know that, okay? So if you ever hear them say, because in sometimes when they're up on the stage and they finish their song, they say thank you, Paul,
Yeah.
okay, and they're thanking everybody, showing signs of respect to their crowd.
Yeah. And
Just for
here in
those that didn't know
Canada,
what it meant,
there's no age limit on respect. You give respect up and down.
is that what it means, Arby? Okay, big sister. That's what
Yeah.
Ate means.
Yeah. And Koya is brother.
Yeah. So, but the brother's younger, so
Yeah.
he doesn't get anything except from their 200 dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got 200 dogs now, Shih Tzus. So
And one did you see the video of them going shopping for Bonchong?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That dude, man, holy Moses. He endorsed me by 3 inches.
Oh yeah.
Like I'd be like, what do they feed you? You know,
Hmm,
why didn't
exactly.
they give some of that to these ones?
Yeah.
Um, I'm tired of musicians and their Christmas albums. Madison and Mariah Carey's every December. Well, wait till you hear Fourth Impact singing a few of the Christmas carols.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
that'll
You'll
just
be.
blow your socks off.
Yep. Well, listen, crazy. I want to thank you for allowing me to come be here on with you.
Hey, I
Uh,
want to thank you for sharing your story about Fourth Impact and how you found them and what they mean to you. And anytime you're in the neighborhood, just come on up on the channel.
okay. Well, listen. Thanks again, and to all us dreamers, keep dreaming because we are achieving our some of our goals through Fourth Impact, and by helping Fourth Impact, we're helping ourselves. So just remember that. Okay. What they give to you, give back to them.
Yeah.
That's all I
Oh, and
have to
don't
say.
forget to put your channel where you're doing your reactions and stuff, where you're doing your videos. Put that link in the uh, uh, private chat of StreamYard, and I'll pop it down in the in
Okay,
the
well, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing any because
public
I
videos.
used no because I used to be Paul's Canadian Adventure because I have a motorcycle and I used
Okay.
to wanted to do that, but we're in winter now, so I put her to sleep. She's in bed now for the winter, and but I like going to all the others that are doing um, videos or reactions to their videos and giving them my thumbs up to it.
Okay.
So I gave you my thumbs up. So I'm subscribed to you, so we'll keep in touch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Thanks again.
Yep. Have a good one, buddy.
Bye bye now.
What an awesome guy. What an awesome guy. I'm glad I got to actually talk to him. It was a lot of fun. You will notice I almost always refer to them as Miss because for almost 8 years they have called me Sir. Sir Roger. Yes. Mostly they sing the same communalized songs. Yeah. Well, the thing about the Christmas songs is there's only really so many, and in order to produce a brand new Christmas song, you have to grab inspiration from somewhere. So, yeah, if I when with your earlier comment there, sunflowers, where you said I need to become their manager. No, I just like to become their promoter if I had the money and the reach to do so. I would love to promote them because you know I'd be like, hey, you don't want them in your show? How about now? I'd be getting them in there. But no, just kidding aside. Um, yeah, I would promote this. I would promote the posters off that group. But that's why I wanted to do all these reaction videos, is to help promote their their upcoming concert on the 17th and 19th in California. Oxnard, California is the 17th, and Kenya Montclair is in on November 19th. If you're in the area, make sure you get your tickets. Get your tickets early because they got 830,000 subscribers. Most of them live in the United States, so you can imagine how fast those tickets are going to go. So get them soon. And if you get a chance to see them, tell them Crazy Kid sends his love. Yeah, I can't wait to hear their next song too. Um, doesn't matter what it is, I'm gonna love it. Mostly because I just I just absolutely love Fourth Impact. I think they're four incredibly gifted women, and I think that they're incredibly inspiring women. They have a really good story to tell about their trials and tribulations all the way through, from you know street singing. Oh, I'd love to do an interview with them. Believe me, I would love to do an interview with Fourth Impact. But I don't feel right now that I've actually earned the right to have an interview with them. If they decide to, hey, you want to do an interview with us, I'll take it. Right now, I don't think I've done enough to earn that right. Uh, but yeah, I think they have an incredible story to tell. To going from street singing for pesos and pesos and pesos, like just little pesos, to X Factor, to where they're at now. The trials and tribulations that they go through, or that they've gone through as a family, a group, and sisters, just shows how much determination. It would be a very inspiring story. Um, he didn't put his channel in the description box or in the private chat, so uh, yeah. Well, when it comes to commercialized music, you pretty much have to you do some commercialized music or some commercialization in your music in order for the record labels to take notice to that song. If it doesn't have a certain catchy beat, if it doesn't have a certain catchy lyric, then the labels aren't going to say, "Oh, I want that song." So you got to do something to catch their eye, but stand out from everybody else. And I think Fourth Impact does that every single song. Not only with their vocals, their harmonies, their lyrics, they just they just hammer the fact that they're ready for professional music career. They're ready for the spotlight. They're ready for the labels. They're ready for the records. They're ready for the limelight. They just need that spark to ignite the fire, to put them into that category, in the category that the professional producers put them in. But the thing about it is, I believe that they need what they need as far as a production team, like a album production team, is one that will give them most of the control over what's going on. You guys just run the computer and just record the stuff. We'll take care of the rest. you know, we'll put the only way we could put forth impact uh, sound on it is if they're the ones doing their actual mixing. So, but does anybody have any other questions or comments or Hey, Arby, one of these days I'd like to get you up here. We'll have a we'll have a conversation just like Paul and I did. Um, I'd love to get as many dreamers as I can showcased on my channel for the way that these ladies have impacted their lives, um, the way that they've positively made an influence around the world, just to let them know that you know, hey, we really care about these ladies. Hello, Michael Luxton. How are you, my friend? How are you doing, Michael Luxton? Oh yeah, like hey, I say take care of the concert first, and then worry about Christmas afterwards. I'm up to about 6'1", 265 pounds, ugly as sin. Just the same as usual. Yeah, we just had a great interview with Paul from Canada, um, talking about our introduction to Fourth Impact and what they mean to us, and some of their songs. And like I said, just a few minutes ago, I'd like to get a few more people once in a while, on different live streams to come up and share their experiences with about Fourth Impact. Basically, just to let the girls know that you know from one spot in the world you can affect positively. You can positively affect somebody's life, and I think they need to see how much the world really mean, how much we in the Dreamers community, how much they mean to us, and I'd like to like showcase that, and hopefully if they do get a chance to or if they do get a chance to watch videos for a little while, then you know if they see some of my live streams and see how much those girls mean to the Dreamers, hopefully it brightens their day a bit. I need a coffee. Be right back. I can still talk because it's just right over here. I may be big, but I'm not big enough to reach the camera at the same time as 15 feet over to grab a coffee. Yeah, I only bumped into him about two almost well 2021. National champion. Yeah, he's one of the dreamers that started waving the banner right out of the gate. But I don't know what else I can talk about tonight. Oh, other than the fact that the community's growing. We're up and around 1,100 members, 1,100 friends in this community, um, and we'll be we're about halfway to YouTube Lite. I got another couple of videos. I got one in the tank for tomorrow, and then I got to do some recording tomorrow, so I can keep ahead of it. I was doing housework. Would you like to come up on the panel, Michael? And we can talk back and forth. Because I can drop the link down and we can shoot the breeze. And I was doing housework one day, um, early 2021, and I went outside for a cigarette. And when I came back in, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to take a break." So I sat there and I was having a break, having a coffee, and I had X Factor videos blowing in the background just for some background music. And the very next video was Fourth Power Raises the Roof with Jesse J song. Oh, okay. And when Mylene hit those first few notes, like through the VT, the trailer, through the VT, I had noticed all kinds of you know weird things going on, like you know Simon Cowell, not listening to the girls when they said, you know, we're Fourth Power from the Philippines, and then 30 seconds later says, "Oh, do you all live here in London?" It's like, get the potatoes out of your ears, fool. And then when Caroline Flack asked Mama E, "Are they good?" Seriously, you want to ask their mother that in front of them? Really? It's like they weren't trailing me around to have them sing or to sing for them. That would have been a complete disaster. Well, he can be. He's, you know, he'll let you know right up front. He'll be right up front and let you know if he likes you or not. But that's one of the things I like about him is, if you're good, he'll let you know you're good. If you're better than you think you are, he'll let you know that you're better than you think you are. But when it comes to, the ones that fail the X Factor situation, uh, I feel bad for those people. But hey, well, being in the music industry as long as he's been, and listening to what's trending, what's hot, what's new, you got to respect the guy's opinion. Take a look at One Direction, Little Mix. You know, he put those bands together, and look at the success they're having. But that's aside the point. Um, but yeah, and then when I heard the whole video, I started watching a whole bunch of their other videos. Grandkids were listening to them on YouTube. I said, "Who is that?" They said, "Watch it." I watched that audition over and over. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Yeah, same here. I must have played it about 6 or 7 times myself that day. I was like, man, that's great, And I'm not. I don't like rap. I didn't like rap. I don't like rap. But Selena, when she does her rap, oh, she, in my opinion, she's the best rapper on the planet, bar none. Um, I think Elmira is over the limit for American Idol, but I don't think they really do a whole lot of groups on American Idol. So, and being that they don't do a whole lot, you don't see a whole lot of groups on American Idol. You know, Is it really worth it to go on there? Not really. And plus, they said they wouldn't do another. They wouldn't go on another uh, competition show. It's just too hard on the nerves. It's too hard on the stress. Yeah, they were fed up. They were fed up for competition. They said no more of that stuff. I don't blame them, especially when you know full fact that if you watch the X Factor journey, there is so much like after week 4, there was so much um in with Rita. There was so much that she wanted to get rid of Fourth Impact because she knew that if Fourth Impact made it to the final two, then um her girl uh the eventual winner there, Louisa Johnson would have never won it. If the girls would have made it past week 5, they'd have been unstoppable. Yeah, it's too much stress. Yeah, Louisa Johnson was the eventual winner of X Factor 2015. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. The production staff of X Factor UK screwed Fourth Impact over so much it wasn't funny. If the girls would have said, "Okay, Bunchong, you handle the camera. Ivy, you handle that camera. Mommy E, you handle that camera," would have been a totally different show. I don't think you'd see that because Mylene would start belting would start doing the song herself, and Irene and would they just want to all sing the song. They love singing so much. So if they go on any kind of show, the Masked Singer, but any one of the Dreamers would be like, "That's Fourth Impact." Oh yeah, and Paul and I were talking about that earlier about why Mylene's so good at you know putting the you sing this part, you sing that part, you sing this, you sing that part. It's because of Mylene's comical sense of humor. Her mind is moving million miles a minute, and she's processing things so fast. Oh, if they did that, yeah, as soon as they walked on stage, all the Dreamers would be like, "Fourth Impact." But yeah, her mind's moving a million miles a minute, and uh, oh, it'd be like a roller coaster. Michael Luxton. Hey, Larry. Hey, that's okay, buddy. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, if you ever got to actually look inside of Mylene's head while she's thinking, while she's awake, yeah, you'd be seeing. It'd be like a roller coaster that never ends. She Her mind is moving a million miles a minute, and she's constantly processing everything at the same time. That's why she can say, "Okay, Irene, you sing this. I'll sing this. Selena, this is your part. Almira, this is your part. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, bingo." It's because she's so funny. She's always thinking of the next funny thing to do. And it's just like me. I've got ADHD. That's why I drink a lot of coffee. I've got ADHD. My mind is moving a million miles a minute myself. Yeah, Mylene's the one who starts distorted. Um, Mylene is the one who sang Callum Scott's uh that Callum Scott song that I did a reaction to. Yeah, Mylene truly loves to entertain. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, she's the one thing that I always find fun about Mylene is if you look at her when she's having when they're having an interview, you look at her, she always got a smile on her face. And the thing about it is if you look into her eyes, you can see that she's trying to battle back, 70 different funny things that she could be saying. And she's just trying to hold them all back. And that's why she smiles. Mylene's always got something going on in her head. Oh, really? But the one thing uh, one thing that you'll never, uh, I'm lost for words now. Um, you'll never expect from Mylene is she is a very, very, very protective person when it comes to those girls. When Selena almost fainted at the "Work It Out" song, Mylene was the one who ran back, got the chair before anybody else can think about it. She ran back, got the chair, brought it up for Selena, and then when Selena sat down, Mylene kissed her on the head. Ooh, I never saw that interview. I've never seen that interview. Oh, Mylene would stick with the girls if she got married. Mylene loves singing, bar none. She said it many times. Yeah, I wouldn't want any one of those ladies mad at me. No, thanks. Like one thing, one thing I don't know if anybody else noticed in the No More video. If you take a look at the look on Mylene's face throughout the entire video, like just whenever Mylene's on camera, take a look at her face. It looks like some dude just broke up with her just before that she went on stage, and she's like, "Oh, I got to go do this," and now I'm all bent out of shape. It looks like she's about ready to rip somebody's head off after that show. Like, you come back here, Mister. I'm gonna let you have one. Now, it would take an incredibly strong man, emotionally strong man, to be married to any one of them women. Ooh, wow. Mainly because you don't want to be in the way of that group. Because the minute you get in the way of that group, they're going to band together and you're going to be gone. So you got to be able to let them be the group. Take a step back. Miriam was mad at one of the dreamers for spilling tea that only her patrons were supposed to know. Ooh. Did you see the open of No More at PopCon? Selena revamped the opening epic. I'll have to take a look at that again. I'll have to take a look at that again. But yeah, when it comes to Patreon, like I have a Patreon membership for another um, uh, channel that I follow, uh, and it's a really cheap one. But the rule is, what happens on Patreon stays on Patreon. It should not go anywhere unless the channel creator gives the right to let it go anywhere. Wong has it on his channel, the best version. Okay, I'll check that out. But yeah, whatever happens on Patreon should stay on Patreon. But um, well, it's been like an hour and 30 minutes. I'm running out of things to think about here. Um, so we still got 10 people in the box. In fact, crazy. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Because I was going to do the reaction to highly doubt that. First, you have to have a boyfriend. Yeah, when it comes to a video that long, um, chances are people aren't going to watch too much of it. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael Luxton. I really appreciate that. And yes, I'll see you on Saturday. Um, the one good thing about them being in the United States is now I get to watch them before I go to bed. So I get soothed to sleep before you know before I go to bed. Before it was you know sit there and I watch them and watch them and watch them, then I get picked up to go have family dinner. Oh, I probably seen it. I just got to see it again to see the intros. Um, but yeah, they're musical geniuses, all four of them. And I have to think about heading out myself. I'd like to thank everybody for showing up. I'd like to thank everybody for their continued support and keep them comments coming. I love replying and reading your comments to the videos that I made. Don't forget to check out some of my other stuff, my comedy routines. I'd really like to see what you all think about that. There'll be more of them coming down the pipeline too, because I do have a couple more routines that I like to do. Um, take her easy, Larry. But I'd really like to thank everybody for their continued support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And uh, like, share, and subscribe to Fourth Impact videos. Give them all the love and support you can. Fill those seats on the 17th and 19th of this month down in California. And tell your friends, tell your brother, tell everybody. Remember to be kind to each other. Take care of yourself. Stay safe, healthy, and always try to have fun. Exactly. And like I say at the end of every one of my videos, I wish everybody peace, love, and happiness. Have a great night, folks.